Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to learn how to make a beautiful green prep, which is a harvest from our gardens. So this includes chopped leaves. As you can see, these are leaves of cauliflower, beetroot and radish, and we've chopped them into finer pieces and kept them ready. We'll now boil them with a little salt. We've chopped these and placed them in a nice hollow bottom kadai. We are going to add just about 1 teaspoonful of salt and let this boil together. So depending on the quantity, you could just add 1 more teaspoonful. So like I said earlier, these are all chopped garden fresh beetroot leaves, cauliflower leaves and some of spinach. So we're going to add salt. We'll mix this up and let this kind of sink in sides and boil together, so it's easier to cook them. So we cover this up and let this cook for another 10 to 12 minutes on low flame. So after boiling our greens for about 10 to 15 minutes with salt, as you had seen, without any water, our greens have nicely shrinked up. So the salt is contributed in releasing its moisture to help cook these greens. Now we need to create the prep. So we've taken a nice hollow bottom kadai in which we've added 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil is nice and hot, we toss in about 5 to 6 of dried red chilies. So toss them into center and then drop them into the oil. So once these begin to sizzle, we are going to add our garlic. So we've taken about 5 to 6 cloves of garlic and chop them into smaller pieces. Toss these as well into your kadai so they can cook together. As you can see, our garlic has begun cooking along with our red chilies, and we need to get it to a slightly light brown stage where it is nice and cooked. So we'll also be needing some chana dal, which we mentioned at the beginning of the recipe. So you need to soak these and keep them ready. Once these are soaked on, you need to get rid of the water and keep these ready to be added into the mixture. Now that our garlic is nice and almost cooked up, as you can see it's starting to become moist, we add in our soaked chana dal. So these will sizzle because it has some water. Whilst these are sizzling, we'll add 2 medium-sized onions finely chopped. Give this a mix. So we'll now cover this up and let the onions cook together and release its moisture along with the rest of the ingredients for another 2 minutes on low flame. So we've now opened this up, and as you can see, after 2 minutes your onions are nicely cooked up. They've released their moisture. So we'll add just about half a teaspoonful of salt, just probably enough for your onions because we've already added salt to our greens while getting them to boil in. We add just about half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoonful of turmeric powder. It's now time to add our greens, which we've cooked separately and kept aside. So toss in your greens cooked in salt, so which is the primary reason why your greens don't need any more salt now. These are really nice and fresh from the garden, so they're going to taste beautiful. Give this a nice mix. Once this is mixed beautifully, we'll cover this up and let this cook together until all the ingredients can just combine because your greens are already ready. So we let this combine together for another 2 minutes on low flame. Now that this has been cooking for about 10 minutes on low flame, as you can see our ingredients have combined together beautifully and there is really no water left and your greens are absolutely ready with all the necessary spices. So this is ready to be served now. You can serve this with any Indian flatbread, roti, naan, or just about plain steamed rice and dal. So enjoy.